Good morning all, welcome to UPSc Made Simple. So we are in a series, the news that we can use. Today is 12th of July. This is the Hindu newspaper. The first news that is important is from Prelims perspective, like national emblem unveiled atop new parliament. So Prime Minister just unveiled this national emblem. So you'll see in 2020 they have asked Yogini temple with respect to Parliament Central Vista. In 2021 they ask, in 2022 also they ask. You can expect question on national emblem. So go through the history of this, history of national emblem, right? What is it, what is taken from and all, so that you can expect one question in the prelims. Next, which is very important from prelims perspective, we'll see a lot of questions with respect to gravitational waves and all in like 19, 20, 21. Last year there were not much question from this particular, but you can expect question from this. Search for dark matter. What are distance scales? How do they help in providing existence of dark matter? So what is the crux of this news? You can go through complete article, this particular article. So what is this? Dark matter is made up of particles that do not have charge. So basically they are saying those particles which don't have charge are dark matter, and why they are called as dark? Because they don't emit any energy. That's why it is a dark matter. And what they are saying, there is a strong indirect evidence of dark matter. So, and this evidence is reflected in various levels, and these levels are nothing but distance scales, right? This is the concept of distance scales, right? And as of today, most sensitive dark matter detector experiment in the world is Lux Zeppelin, which is present in South Dakota, US. Just remember this thing and go through this article from prelims perspective. Next is new guidelines to prevent unfair trade practices. So the Central Consumer Protection Authority, they have issued new guidelines. So context of this news is, if you are aware about social media and all, so there were some photos shared on Twitter with respect to service charge by a few hotel and restaurants. So there was the issue. So there are new Central Consumer Protection Authority guidelines, and with respect to this guideline, this is the news. So Central Consumer Protection Authority announced new 5 guidelines to prevent unfair trade practices regarding levy of service charges in hotels and restaurants. So what is service charge? Service charge is a fee collected to pay for services associated with purchase of a primary product or service. If you go through one particular service, you will have some fee on that particular service, that is service charge. It is collected by hospitality sectors, food and beverages industries as a fee for serving customers. But there were lot of illegal service charges levied on the consumers. That's why this Central Consumer Protection Authority has come up with these guidelines. So you can expect a question in mains. Very less chances for question in the prelims, but just go through what are these guidelines and analyze it particularly from mains perspective. So mostly GS paper 3 you can expect question. Next, again repetition of the yesterday's news, that is failing the forest. Both human and wildlife rights groups have not used Forest Right Act as a conservation tool. So we have seen yesterday itself, like there were forest conservation rules. Recently there was opposition by Jairam Ramesh, former environment minister. So with respect to that, this is the article. You can go through it. You can expect some question in the mains paper, GS paper 3. You can expect in geography optional. You can expect question in the anthropology also, because Forest Right Act, the provisions for the welfare of the tribal people, and you can expect question in the prelims itself also, like with respect to Forest Right Act. This act is again very much favorite of UPSC for prelims. So please go through this article. You will get to know about minute details about it. Like so there are basically 2 arguments with respect to this issue. Like if you are saying that this will lead to encroachment and fresh clearance of forest land for human dwelling, but human rights groups are saying like This act was aimed at correcting historical injustices to traditional forest dwellers. So both these arguments you can go through in detail and use it wherever there will be question with respect to tribal welfare or whenever there is a direct question on Forest Right Act. Next is MP's panel oppose mediation bill. Again you can expect direct question in GS paper 3 with respect to this mediation bill, or even GS2 they can ask this bill particularly. So this is proposed to establish mediation council, arbitration and mediation council, and give powers to the court. So mediation bill, it is meant for institutionalization of the mediation and establishment of mediation council of India. Mediation council of India is very important. So you can expect question. So you can go through PRS bill, or you can read this particular article and expect question in GS paper 3 or in GS paper 2. Next is same thing, national emblem. So go through the history of this national emblem. Next is India said to beat China in population UN report. You can expect one question in mains with respect to GS1, or you can expect same question in GS paper 2 also. They said to beat China in population. So the challenge to economic growth. So in paper 3 also you can expect impact of population with respect to economic growth, right? So India is said to surpass China as world's most populous country in 2023 and you can use this particular fact anywhere, wherever there will be question with respect to population, wherever there will be question with respect to economic growth. So there you can argue, as per the UN report, India will surpass China as a world's populous country in 2022, and that can challenge the economic growth of India. So warning that high fertility would challenge economic growth. That is the wording of UN report. So India's population was 1.21 billion in 2011 as per our domestic census, right? So use it wherever possible. In essay also you can use. Towards conclusion you can come like India is set to surpass China as a world's population country in 2023. So India need proper planning and any particular provision for this, and to convert this demographic dividend into demographic asset, right? So on this note also you can conclude on essay. Next next is from IR part. Europe threats over reduced gas pipeline from Russia. Only remember this from previous perspective, like there is a Ukraine-Russia war is going on. So what can be its impact? So impact is maintenance of Nord Stream. So what is Nord Stream? That is very important. It is a natural gas pipeline from Russia to the Germany under Baltic Sea. So they will use this Baltic Sea to connect this natural gas pipeline from Russia to Germany. Only this thing is important from prelims perspective. Rest, those who are from PSIR, they can go in detail. Otherwise, not much.